So you might be trying to figure out what the best small phones in 2025 are. Now, this is going to be somewhat of an interesting kind of video because small phones nowadays might be a little bit different than small phones just a couple of years ago. So I still think if you're trying to look for the smallest, best phone that you can get your hands on, it probably is the iPhone 13 mini. This is the last smallest iPhone Apple has made, and at this screen size, it's pretty hard to go through and find a phone like this that's going to be this cheap and that's going to be this small. So this is about as small as you can get it, and that's probably the best way I'd kind of explain it in that particular situation. Now at the same time, this particular phone is still going to be giving you a really good chipset, a pretty decent display, and I do think still if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, this one is a pretty decent option for the most part. So it's not like perfect or anything, but like I said, I do think if you're going to go pick up a phone, this thing's a pretty solid option. Now on top of that, I do think if you're going to want to pick up another kind of smaller phone for the most part, I would consider the Samsung Galaxy S23. This phone isn't the smallest phone, it's bigger than the iPhone 13 mini, but this is one of those phones that's going to be giving you a 6.1 inch display. It's not really going to be like the biggest, most expensive phone of all time either. And I would imagine that if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, this one is a pretty solid option as well. Since this thing is going to be giving you a little bit of a nicer display for the most part, it's going to be giving you 120 Hertz, a really good camera on this thing as well. I would probably say that this is one of those types of devices that I would look at as to probably being a pretty decent option when it kind of comes down to it from that side. So if you are going to go and pick up a phone, I would imagine that this thing would probably be a pretty decent option when it comes down to that side as well. On top of that, I do think the iPhone 15 Pro is another one of those smaller phones that you can also go ahead and buy. The benefit of something like an iPhone 15 Pro is that this thing is giving you, again, a phone in a 6.1 inch display and a design, which is actually pretty decent in and of itself, but it's also still going to be giving you a pretty good experience in most other ways as well. A really good camera, really, really fast performance with Apple Intelligence. That's one of those types of phones that's going to hold up very, very well when it comes down to the performance side and from the camera side and every other side as well. So I would probably tell you from that side too, this in and of itself is another really big, it's a really good phone that's going to be in a fairly small, size as well. So overall, I would definitely tell you that type of phone gets a thumbs up, and all these phones on the list are probably some of the best small phones that I would recommend buying this year. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.